Can you believe it? When Thai Air Force F-16s, armed with precision-guided bombs, dove toward the border, they were engaged by fighter jets costing a mere $8.5 million each, not in a military exercise, but in a life-and-death showdown over Cambodia. While we're engrossed in narratives of stealth fighters and beyond visual range kills, on the other side of the globe, an extreme asymmetric aerial contest starkly exposes the real-world struggles and dilemmas facing small nations' air forces. On that smoke-filled morning in December 2022, Cambodia's 6 Chinese-made FTC-2000G Divine Eagles were forced to take to the skies against one of Southeast Asia's most elite air forces. They achieved no mythical upset, yet they composed a sobering textbook lesson on cost, survival, and dignity. Tensions escalated abruptly on December the 9th, with 8 hours of artillery barrage blanketing the Thai-Cambodian border. The Thai Air Force deployed a mixed formation of US-made F-16, B Block 15 OCUs and Swedish-made James 39C Gripen fighters. Backed by integrated systems support, they conducted precision strikes against Cambodian artillery positions and command nodes. At that time, the Cambodian Air Force's sole aerial capability consisted of 6 FTC-2000G trainers acquired in 2020 for a total of $51 million. With an average price of $8.5 million per aircraft, a minuscule budget in the multi-million to billion-dollar realm of modern fighter jets, equivalent to the cost of a single radar system on some Western advanced fighters, these budget-friendly warbirds nevertheless took to the skies amid the shrill wail of their radar warning receivers. The pilots were acutely aware that their KLJ-7 pulse Doppler radars had limited detection ranges, and their maximum speeds capped at Mach 1.6. In terms of beyond visual range attack capabilities and maneuverability, they lagged generations behind Thailand's F-16s, equipped with a PG-66, V3 radars, AIM-120 medium-range missiles, and full data link capabilities. A head-on dogfight would be tantamount to suicide. Thus, a battle of asymmetric maneuvering, imbued with Eastern wisdom, quietly unfolded. Cambodian pilots avoided direct combat, instead transforming their FTC-2000G aircraft into high-speed aerial sentry posts. Utilizing terrain cover, they conducted intermittent radar scans in relatively secure airspace, generating discontinuous radar emissions. Though rudimentary, this tactic proved remarkably effective. Thai fighter formations were forced to execute frequent tactical maneuvers to evade unpredictable radar-lock threats, diverting electronic warfare resources to counter them. Their planned continuous air assault rhythm was effectively delayed by nearly an hour. More critically, this persistent deterrent directly impacted ground operations, as Thai Army armored units slowed their advance due to concerns over aerial threats. For the Cambodian Air Force, equipped with no basic data links and relying solely on radio voice communications for coordination, this represented the absolute limit of its operational capabilities. The FTC-2000G demonstrated in this conflict that even when unable to achieve decisive victory, it could effectively limit losses and disrupt enemy operations. Understanding the FTC-2000G's origins reveals the wisdom behind its capability boundaries and strategic positioning. Its lineage traces back to the classic MiG-21, specifically China's J-7 series. Guizhou Aviation Industry Group undertook a radical overhaul based on the J-7, with the J-9 Shanning Advanced Trainer serving as its prototype. To minimize costs and R&D risks, the design team retained the main structure of the rear fuselage, focusing modifications primarily on the forward fuselage and wings. The most significant change involved replacing the nose intake with dual underwing DSI ducts. The freed-up nose space accommodated a compact fire control radar, enabling the transition from a pure daytime dogfighter to a multi-role fighter with basic beyond visual range (BVR) capabilities. The wings were redesigned as a double delta configuration, increasing wing area and internal fuel capacity. The number of hardpoints was increased to 7, enabling a maximum payload of 3 tons. However, the core power plant remained the WP-13F turbojet engine. While providing adequate thrust, this engine suffers from poor fuel efficiency and a limited overhaul life of approximately 1,500 hours, resulting in significant long-term maintenance costs. While its radar supports launching the SD-10 medium-range air-to-air missile, it falls significantly short of the advanced radar on the F-16 in terms of detection range, multi-target tracking capability, and anti-jamming performance. At its core, it is a good enough fighter designed not to challenge high-end air superiority, but to fulfill multiple mission requirements, including patrol, ground attack, and advanced training, within the lowest possible cost framework. Many ask, why not opt for the more balanced JF-17 fighter? The answer is cold and stark: money. The F-17 Block 3, equipped with an active phased array radar and F-15 long-range missiles, possesses air combat capability sufficient to counter early third-generation fighters. However, its unit price exceeds $60 million. For Cambodia, with its limited annual defense budget, the total cost of acquiring 6 Falcon aircraft falls short of the price of a single F-17 Block 3. This epitomizes the classic dilemma facing small nations in defense procurement: they must compromise between ideal performance and harsh budget constraints. The FTC-2000G represents the optimal compromise, a versatile aerial utility vehicle capable of flight, training, bombing, and early warning, addressing the Air Force's basic operational needs at minimal cost. Just as civilian households opt for rugged pickup trucks over heavy-duty trucks for occasional transport, Cambodia's choice reflects rational calculations grounded in national circumstances. In contrast, the Royal Thai Air Force exhibits distinct characteristics of a moderately developed air force. Its fleet of over 50 F-16s, James 39 Gripen fighters, and even Saab 340 early warning aircraft form one of Southeast Asia's premier air combat systems. As the aerial command hub, the early warning aircraft integrates battlefield intelligence and distributes it in real time via data links, enabling the Thai military to conduct systematic, networked joint operations. In this border clash, the Thai military demonstrated systemic countermeasures, while Cambodia relied on individual platform responses, a generational gap in information capabilities. This disparity cannot be bridged by pilot courage alone, it stems from accumulated national strength and sustained investment. Thus, Cambodia's ability to preserve its aircraft under disadvantageous conditions, while disrupting the enemy, constitutes a tactical success. This asymmetrical confrontation acts as a prism, revealing the underlying logic of the global arms trade market and the common predicament of air forces in smaller nations. For the vast majority of developing countries, building an all-purpose air force remains an unattainable dream. Their air power functions more as a territorial defense and limited intervention force, with core missions including routine patrols, counterinsurgency, border surveillance, and limited ground support. Low-cost multi-role fighters like the FTC-2000G precisely target this niche market. They deliver the symbolic deterrence and essential capabilities of jet aircraft while minimizing acquisition and maintenance costs. China's aviation industry demonstrates its capability to cover the entire spectrum of market demands by simultaneously developing the J-20 and FTC-2000G. From top-tier air superiority fighters to low-end multi-role platforms, China has become the world's sole nation capable of providing manned combat aircraft across all tiers. Cambodia's combat experience undoubtedly serves as a wake-up call for air forces of many smaller nations. In high-end conflicts, inexpensive fighters cannot turn the tide. Yet it also points to an alternative path. Under hard budget constraints, effective territorial air defense capabilities can still be built through shrewd equipment selection and flexible tactical design, potentially even securing unexpected tactical space during conflict. In the future, Cambodia may gradually upgrade its fleet, considering the acquisition of more combat-capable models, like second-hand F-16s or JF-17s. But until then, these few eagles soaring over the Mekong remain the most direct defenders of the nation's airspace sovereignty. Each takeoff speaks to a small nation's resolve and ingenuity in safeguarding sovereignty. Unable to afford a Ferrari, yet a meticulously tuned Wuling Hongguang can still carve out dignity and value on its own mountain roads. This is not about victory or defeat, but survival.